bunch of the students in the sociology and anthropology department wanted to find a way to bring together people who are interested in advocacy and different types of advocacy too. So this is just the first event of what we hope to be a series for the next 2 years.
State Representative Movita Johnson-Harrell was one of those speakers who shared a personal story on Monday evening.
And in the summer of 2007, my sons were 14 and 16, and they came to me and said, "Mom, we know 9 boys murdered in this neighborhood." And when my sons left the room, after I consoled my sons and told them I'd do everything in my power to keep them safe, when they left the room, I turned to my husband and I said, "It's time to go." And on January 15, 2008, I packed my family up and I left Philadelphia and I moved to Lansdowne, Delaware County, 20-block radius, dry town. You can't even buy a beer and everybody knows everybody's dog's name. And I thought we were safe. And on January 13, 2011, my son was shot 4 times in a case of mistaken identity as he came to Philadelphia to pick up his sister to make sure she was safe. And exactly 3 years to the day I left Philadelphia, I buried my son.
I'm hoping that people our age, young people who are kind of coming into the age of like voting and being an advocate in their community and kind of growing up, that they can learn how to research topics and advocate for topics that they find important to themselves. It doesn't have to be gun violence prevention, but it can be. It can also be a multitude of other things later.
Shira Goodman is the executive director of Ceasefire PA, whose group works to end gun violence through education, coalition building, and advocacy.
I help solve an issue that I believed was eminently solvable. I don't believe that it's inevitable that we lose close to 40,000 people a year. I don't think it's rocket science. I think we know what to do. And I thought, this is how I want to contribute as a lawyer, as a mom, as an American.
Moms Demand Action volunteer leader Mary Beth Christensen believes in the Second Amendment as well as common sense gun legislation.
Came together when I was closing down my law practice and I was watching the increase of gun violence in America and the different forms of gun violence. You know, it wasn't just shootings at the corner grocery. We have mass shootings. We have unintended shootings from unsecured weapons. We have suicide, which is 66% of all gun deaths in America. We have city gun violence. I thought, you know, I know there's common ground here because my husband's a responsible gun owner, and actually he belongs to a rod and gun club where one of our fiercest opponents is on the board. But he agrees completely with what we do, and what we do is look for common ground and common solutions to this issue. You can prevent gun violence. You can reduce deaths and still honor the Second Amendment.